Did you know that timing can make or break your marketing campaign? A staggering 70% of new products fail, and one of the top reasons is poor timing. Think about it, what's the point of launching a fantastic product if no one is paying attention? In today's fast-paced world, timing is everything. It's not just about when you launch but also about understanding your audience's behavior. Here's a shocking fact: 90% of consumers say they are influenced by the timing of marketing messages. If you hit them at the right moment, you can create a buzz that leads to sales. However, if you miss that moment, your message could be lost in the noise. So, what's the secret to mastering timing in marketing? In this video, we'll dive deep into strategies that can elevate your campaigns. We'll explore how to sync with market demand, leverage psychological triggers, and adapt to ever-changing digital landscapes. Get ready to uncover the hidden power of timing in marketing. This might just be the game changer you've been looking for. Chapter 1: The Invisible Clock. How timing shapes market demand. Have you ever noticed how certain products suddenly become popular out of nowhere? It's not luck, it's timing. Most successful brands understand that market demand fluctuates like clockwork, and they know how to sync their campaigns to these hidden cycles. For instance, retail sales soared during the holiday season. According to the National Retail Federation, 25–30% of a company's annual sales happen between November and December. Miss that window, and you could lose out on millions. Timing is not just about holidays, though. Think about industry trends. Some products boom when there's a cultural shift or major world event. For example, fitness apps exploded during the pandemic lockdowns. Brands that jumped in early saw massive success. The key strategy here is research. Study seasonal patterns in your industry. Tools like Google Trends can show you exactly when certain keywords spike. This way, you can prepare campaigns ahead of time. It's like surfing, you want to catch the wave at its peak, not after it crashes. Timing isn't just about knowing when people will buy. It's also about knowing when your competition won't be ready. Chapter 2: The Psychology of Patience. When waiting wins. We live in a world of instant gratification, but here's a fun fact: patience can actually supercharge your marketing efforts. There's a psychological principle called the peak end rule, coined by Nobel Prize-winning psychologist Daniel Kahneman. It suggests that people judge an experience based on how it ends and its most intense point, rather than its full duration. So, why does this matter for timing in marketing? Well, patience allows you to create those memorable peaks in your customer's journey. Instead of bombarding your audience with offers, sometimes waiting for the right moment builds anticipation. Think about it: would you rather open a gift right away or after the excitement has built? Amazon uses this with their Prime Day sales event. They don't just offer discounts whenever, they wait and create a big spectacle around a specific date. In 2023, they sold over $12.9 billion worth of goods during Prime Day, up from $11.9 billion the previous year. That's the power of patience and timing. So, if you're running ads, don't feel the need to rush. Study your audience. Sometimes waiting a little longer makes your message hit harder. Chapter 3: Too soon, too late. The sweet spot of product launches. There's a famous saying in marketing: launch fast, fix later. But the truth is, timing a product launch is like baking a cake: too early and it's undercooked, too late and you're out of luck. The secret is finding that sweet spot. Let's talk numbers. According to Harvard Business School, approximately 30,000 new consumer products are launched each year, and 95% of them fail. One major reason? Poor timing. A classic example is Google Glass. Launched too early, it wasn't ready for mass adoption. Meanwhile, Apple's iPhone hit the market at just the right moment, when people were ready for a touchscreen revolution. So, how do you avoid being too early or too late? First, test the market. Run beta launches or pre-orders to gauge interest. Crowdfunding platforms like Kickstarter are great for this. If you see excitement building, you know the time is right to push forward. Another tactic is competitive research. Keep an eye on what your rivals are doing. If they're quiet, it might be your moment to shine. Think of timing as your strategic advantage. As marketing expert Seth Godin says, the best time to promote something is the moment your customer is already thinking about it. Pay attention to your audience's readiness, not just your internal deadlines. If you're finding value in this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more insights and tips that can transform your marketing game. Chapter 4: Digital Time Zones. Syncing campaigns across global markets. When you market globally, it's easy to forget that not everyone's clock is set to yours. While it might be the perfect time for a sale in the US, your audience in Japan could be fast asleep. This is where time zones come into play, and mastering them is essential if you want to capture attention worldwide. The truth is, 46% of global consumers shop online from international retailers, according to Statista. So, how do you stay relevant in multiple time zones? One strategy is automating campaigns to align with local times. Tools like HubSpot and Hootsuite allow you to schedule posts or emails based on the recipient's time zone, so no one gets your content at 3 a.m. Brands that get this right understand the cultural nuances of time. For example, Chinese New Year is a massive shopping season for East Asia, but in the West, it often flies under the radar. If you're not launching campaigns that sync with local events like these, you're leaving money on the table. According to McKinsey, 90% of Chinese consumers participate in Chinese New Year sales. It's all about meeting people where they are, literally and figuratively. Another tip: track global holidays and significant events. You don't want to launch a major campaign in Europe during a national holiday when no one's online. Timing here means respecting both the clock and culture. Chapter 5: The Urgency Factor. Scarcity versus longevity. In marketing, we've all fallen for it: the ticking clock, the "only 5 left" warning, or the limited time discount. This is scarcity marketing at work. It's one of the oldest tricks in the book, but when done right, it still packs a punch. The psychology behind it is simple: humans hate missing out. In fact, a study by the Journal of Consumer Research found that scarcity can increase the perceived value of an item by as much as 50%. Brands like Supreme have built entire empires on this. Their limited product drops create a frenzy. They've mastered timing, releasing products in short bursts, leaving customers wanting more. And guess what? It works. Supreme's collaboration with Louis Vuitton in 2017 saw items selling for 2-3 times their original price within hours of release. But here's the flip side: longevity marketing can be just as effective. Look at brands like Coca-Cola, which focuses on evergreen campaigns, aiming for consistent engagement rather than quick spikes. Coca-Cola's Share a Coke campaign, for instance, ran for years and maintained momentum by constantly updating its approach. So, which is better, scarcity or longevity? The answer depends on your goals. If you're looking for a quick win, scarcity tactics work well. But if you want sustained growth, consider a long-term approach. A good strategy could be combining both. Use urgency to create buzz around special releases, while keeping your brand's core message consistent over time. Chapter 6: Timing the Tech Tides. Adapting to algorithm changes. If you're marketing online, algorithms rule your world. Whether it's Google, Facebook, or Instagram, algorithms decide who sees your content and when. The tricky part? They're constantly changing. Just when you think you've cracked the code, they shift again. In 2023, Instagram made headlines by deprioritizing static posts in favor of Reels, aligning with the growing demand for video content. Brands that were quick to adapt saw engagement skyrocket. Those that didn't? Well, they saw their reach plummet. Staying ahead of these changes is crucial. A study by Hootsuite found that brands who adapt to algorithm updates within the first 3 months see a 25% higher engagement rate compared to those that wait. So how do you keep up? One strategy is to follow the platforms closely. Subscribe to updates from Google, Facebook, and other platforms. They often announce changes weeks or even months ahead of time. Another tactic is testing new features as soon as they roll out. Being an early adopter can give you a competitive edge. Remember, algorithms favor timely content. That means posting when your audience is most active. Use tools like Google Analytics or Facebook Insights to track when your followers are online. Post during those peak times to maximize reach. As marketing guru Neil Patel says, the algorithms reward the fast movers. The bottom line? Timing isn't just about launching campaigns, it's about staying agile in a fast-changing tech landscape. If you enjoyed this content and want to learn more strategies to boost your marketing efforts, subscribe now. Join our community for the latest tips and insights that can make a real difference for your brand.